Today we're going to be talking about all the prismatic recipes for the new cooking event in Grow Garden, and we're also going to be submitting a pretty big waffle to see what rewards we get. And I'm also going to let you guys know how to get super big plants. Don't mind what's going on back there. I was testing with the Grandmaster Sprinkler and that happened. If we head over to the Grow Garden wiki, which is where most of the recipes are at the time of me editing this video, for some reason the wiki did remove the sandwich prismatic recipe with also the donut and the burger. So you guys can still use the recipes if you want, but definitely go ahead and check the wiki to see if they add new recipes that are working. That's just unfortunate timing for me with this video, so I do apologize for that. The first recipe we're going to look at is for the salad. Keep in mind that the green check mark is the ones that are confirmed to be working, and it always gives you that type of food. So for an example, the second option doesn't have anything, but there is an ongoing search for multiple recipes, so different players can adjust to the fruit slash vegetables they have in their garden. But for the confirmed option, it is 1 tomato and 4 bone blossoms. If you guys don't know already, the bigger the plant is, the bigger the food is going to be, and the more rewards you're going to get. But that is how you get the prismatic salad. Moving on to the sandwich, there is one recipe that isn't working anymore, and that was for the 1 tomato and 4 elder strawberries. But there is now a new option that is confirmed to be working, and that is 1 banana, 1 tomato, and 3 bone blossoms. I also completely forgot to mention, if you don't have bone blossoms or some of these other plants, you can go ahead and drop down to divine, mythical, legendary, etc. to fit where you're at in Grow Garden. Obviously this video is for prismatic. Moving on to the pie, there is 2 confirmed options to be working, and the first option is 4 bone blossoms and 1 pumpkin. The second option is 2 bone blossoms and 1 coconut. And for the waffle, all you need is 1 sugar apple, 1 coconut, and 3 bone blossoms. Like I said earlier in the video, we are going to be submitting a decent size one. The hot dog also has 2 confirmed options, and the first one is going to be 1 corn and 4 bone blossoms. The second option is violet corn, then 4 bone blossoms. So for me, if I was cooking a prismatic hot dog, I wouldn't go for the second option because I don't have any violet corn. I do have the bone blossoms though, so I would just go over to the first option and do corn with 4 bone blossoms. Moving on to the ice cream, there's also 2 options: 1 sugar glaze, 1 sugar apple, 3 bone blossoms. For the second option, 1 banana, 1 sugar apple, and 3 bone blossoms. Once again, for me personally, I would be doing option 2. The donut only has 1 option that is obviously confirmed and working, and it is 1 sugar glaze and 4 bone blossoms. Unfortunately for me, I'm not going to be able to do any prismatic donuts. I will have to do the divine once there is a confirmed recipe, of course, just because I do not have any sugar glaze. For the pizza, there is 1 option that is working as well, and the plants that you need is 1 violet corn, 1 sugar apple, and 3 bone blossoms. The sushi is the only food on this list that does not have a confirmed and working recipe, but there is going to be one later on throughout the week, of course. Obviously there's one right here to be announced. This recipe does not include coconuts, but if you want to try your luck to try to find a recipe or even try this one, the one they have on here is 1 lucky bamboo, 1 violet corn, and 3 bone blossoms. But like I said, this is the only food on the list that does not have a confirmed and working recipe. For the cake, there is a confirmed recipe, of course, and that is 1 banana and 4 bone blossoms. And the last and final food on this list, it is the burger, and that is 1 banana, 1 tomato, and 3 bone blossoms. And that is all the prismatic recipes. But now let's go ahead and touch on how to get insanely huge plants. So if you guys are wondering how I got these super big plants, obviously these are not relevant to the cooking event. I was just doing some testing to see how OP the Grandmaster Sprinkler really is, and as you guys can see, it's pretty OP. So basically all you have to do is get all of the seeds that you want and go ahead and place them down. Obviously for me, I'm going to start claiming these because you don't want them to be fully grown while you're doing this. And if you're not going to be doing grow all, in my case I am just for the sake of the video, go ahead and put down triceratops. I know a lot of people have been saying that they don't really help, but might as well take that extra safety precaution. Or if you have mooncats, you can go ahead and use those as well. It's pretty much the same method as the bone blossom method, and if you guys know that method, basically just go ahead and repeat it. The only thing that is new to that method is pretty much only adding the Grandmaster Sprinkler. If you are going to be placing triceratops and mooncats, of course make sure to put them down in 15 to 10-second intervals. That way they can do their abilities back to back and you have enough breathing room while putting down your sprinklers. So when the ability hits 10 seconds, for an example on a triceratops, go ahead and start putting down your sprinklers. In my case, I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting them down just because it's getting a little bit out of control and I have to obviously keep claiming all of this stuff. And make sure to cover everything. I know sprinklers do not stack, but obviously make sure to have everything in the vicinity vicinity of the seeds that you're doing. So let's go ahead and do all of this, and then we should be good. Let's go ahead and do grow all, and the plants should be insanely big. And there you guys can see we got a super huge coconut here, pretty big strawberries, massive bananas, decent sized tomatoes, a pretty big pepper right here, and obviously the sugar apples are in there somewhere. I just cannot access them right this moment. As you guys can see, there's one right there, but you guys get the gist of it. Pretty much use all of the sprinklers with mooncats or triceratops. Like I said, people do say they don't really help, but in my case, the first time I did do this, the plants were pretty big. Another thing I forgot to mention, if you're going to be doing the prismatic rewards with super big plants, keep in mind that it takes 40 to 50 minutes for it to cook. What I would do is just pre-craft everything, and then once Chris is craving that item, go ahead and submit it. Obviously you can do whatever you want, but now let's go ahead and submit the waffle to see what rewards I will get from Chris. Look how big this thing is. Obviously if I go over to my food items, you guys can see it is a prismatic waffle with all the ingredients I showed you guys earlier. But let's go ahead and take it over to Chris, and let's go ahead and see what rewards we get. So I do get 1 pancake stack, 2 fruit crates, 1 medium toy, 1 pretzel cart, 2 gourmet seed packs, 1 gourmet egg, 2 small toys, 1 gourmet seed pack, 1 artichoke, and 1 mutation spray burnt. So that was a decent amount of rewards for simply putting in a few bone blossoms, a coconut, and a sugar apple. So obviously make sure to do this to get the best possible rewards. Like I said earlier in the video, the bigger plants you submit, the bigger the food is going to be and the more rewards you're going to get. But apart from that, that is pretty much all for this video. If you guys want to join my Discord server, the link is down in the description. We do have stock bots and all that type of stuff, so feel free to join. You do have to verify with PROBLXX, and then head over to the reaction roll channel and grab the grow garden roll, and that is going to unlock all the grow garden channels. But if you guys did enjoy the video, I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.